We got our very first win in the last episode, but also got blown out twice, once by Green Bay 31-10 and then by New England 38-16. But today we get to start off against the 0-5 Texans, so hopefully we don't give them their very first win. I came over to this screen so I can try to re-sign some of the guys that have actually played really well for us, like running back KENDRE Miller, who's up to a 73 overall now, but it says I have no cap space, and whenever I try to start negotiations, it gives me that I have negative $3 million here and actually won't let me offer anything. But as you can see here, I definitely have cap space. I have 158 million, and then in 2024, I have no one set to make anything because no one's under contract farther than a year. I'm assuming this is some sort of weird glitch from whenever I cut everyone on the Saints, so it's just something we'll have to deal with. Wide receiver A.T. Perry does have an upgrade point. He gets +2 to awareness, deep route, and 1 to release. Then quarterback Jake HAENER also had an upgrade point. He gets +1 to awareness, carrying 3 to throw accuracy mid and 1 to throw on the run. Most of the rest of season 1 will probably be simulated just like last episode because I really want to get through the first season here. We're not going to be very good. We don't stand much of a chance to win another game. We might be able to steal 1 or 2 more, but we're definitely not going to the playoffs. So we're going to go ahead and go through several games an episode from here on out. We actually have a touchdown in simulation from 48 yards out. Jake HAENER hits A.T. Perry and we make it 7-10. But we don't get in position to jump into a drive until here in the third quarter. It is 3rd and 2, now down 24-7. It's a handoff to KENDRE Miller, and that will get the first down. Now HAENER comes out under center at the 28-yard line. KENDRE Miller is still the running back. He'll send a man in motion, fake it to him, and now fake it to Miller. Now under pressure, rolling out and throwing on the run deep downfield, and that goes out of the back of the end zone. Now a 2nd and 10. He's back in shotgun again with 2 running backs in the backfield. HAENER will take the snap and now going deep downfield. That is caught and into the end zone, and that is A.T. Perry for the 2nd time today. However, we would then fail to get back in scoring range at all, and Houston would get their first win on the season by a final score of 34-14. Quarterback Jake HAENER finishes today 13 for 28, 213 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. On the ground, KENDRE Miller ran for 42 yards on just 10 carries. And receiving A.T. Perry had one hell of a day, 5 for 111 and 2 scores. Braden Willis got 3 for 41. Now over on defense, leading the team in tackles will be Raleigh Texada, our defensive back. We got no sacks and no interceptions today. Now let's see how C.J. Stroud did in his first career win. 19 for 34, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns. Running the ball, Dameon Pierce, 75 yards on 22 carries for 2 touchdowns. And receiving, Noah Brown got a touchdown and Dalton Schultz got a touchdown. Maybe not having D.D. Westbrook is a bigger loss to this team than I thought. If you did not see the last episode, D.D. Westbrook got injured in our only victory so far this season on a play where we were just trying to run down the clock. He dislocated his ankle and will miss still another 4 weeks of the season. We do have a short week scenario to deal with this week. We need to be fundamentally sound, beat the Jaguars, and commit 1 or fewer turnovers. Another weekly training and another week of no dev trade upgrade, but I will still take the gold badge and 750 XP for all of these rookies. Now we can jump into week 7 against Jacksonville. I don't know how much you'll actually get to see of them in this game, but I did put us in our alternate uniforms. We get to jump in here in the late first quarter on a 2nd and 6 from the Jacksonville 26-yard line. Out of shotgun, we'll hand off to POOKA Williams up the middle, and that is going nowhere. They actually really got a couple yards, but now POOKA is injured. That sets up a 3rd and 4 for Oklahoma City from the 25-yard line. HAENER all alone in the backfield will take the snap and look to pass. He fires downfield and misses his man. So we will send out Christopher Dunn for about a 42-yard field goal here to try to tie the game. The kick is away, almost got blocked, but the kick is good. And we would never see the offense sniff the 30-yard line again. We fall to 1-6 on the year by losing to Jacksonville by a final score of 23-3. Jake HAENER may have just had the worst game of his career so far. 9 of 18 for just 71 yards. Managed to not throw an interception though. Running the ball, KENDRE Miller only got 30 yards on 9 carries. Jake HAENER 27 yards on 8 carries. Receiving, Tylan Wallace caught 3 passes for 17 yards. That is how good our passing game was today. What about defense? Who led the team in tackles? That would be safety Ben DeLuca. We got no sacks today and no interceptions. So now let's see how Trevor Lawrence did. He goes 27 for 39, 277 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Tank Bigsby was their leading rusher with 55 yards, and receiving, Calvin Ridley 10 for 121 and a touchdown, and Zay Jones caught a touchdown. Following that game, Ben DeLuca does get an upgrade. He gets +2 to awareness, 2 to hit power, 1 to man coverage, 1 to tackle, and 2 to zone. We also get an upgrade for defensive back Jordan Jones, who gets +1 to awareness, 2 to man coverage, 1 to play rec, and 1 to press. We now move on to week 8, where we will take on the 4-3 Indianapolis Colts. At this rate, we're going to get through a few more games today. Maybe one of these games will actually be close though, but we do have these scouting for national focus. And I talked about it in the last episode. It's actually already set just automatically, but Scout Kenny Ramsey will be scouting all of the quarterbacks across the nation because I think we definitely need an upgrade there. One thing I probably should have looked at this year before deciding to move the Saints to Oklahoma City is their draft capital, because they own a first-round pick, Denver's second-round pick, they don't have a third or fourth-round pick, then they have 1 5th-round, 2 6th-round, and no 7th-round this year, and even next year we don't have a second-round pick. We do know a little bit more about quarterback Nick Samuel now. He has B deep accuracy, B throw under pressure, A short accuracy, A to C medium accuracy, so we're going to hope that's on the high side. But what about his awareness? That is going to be an A, which is exactly what I wanted to see. One of the other things I will really be looking for, especially around the combine and the pro day time, is to figure out what his throw power is, because it's at the low end going to be great. As tempting as it may be to trade back in the first round and pick up some more draft capital, I don't think we're going to be able to do it. We may just have to take quarterback Nick Samuel. Following weekly training, Braden Willis gets an upgrade point, has +2 to awareness, 1 to ball carrier vision and catching and blocking, 2 to medium route, and then 1 to pass block, run block, stiff arm, and trucking. Defensive back Isaiah Brown also gets an upgrade. He has +3 to man coverage and 1 to play rec. But now it is time to go into week 8 against the Indianapolis Colts. Let's see if we can at least keep this one close. We actually get to jump into the middle of the first quarter here for 1st and 10 from the 17. HAENER is back in shotgun. Miller is the running back, already down 7-0. HAENER rolling out, needs to throw it away, and finally will. HAENER back in shotgun for the very next play. He has apparently already thrown 1 interception today. Hand off to KENDRE Miller, who goes up the middle and will fight his way all the way down to the 11. HAENER is back in shotgun. POOKA Williams is the running back. He'll take the snap and look to pass, going to the end zone and overthrows Braden Willis. I think he put it a little too high. Willis was able to make the catch, but could not get 2 feet in bounds, and now we will kick a 28-yard field goal. The snap, the hold, the kick is away, and it is good. That would be the only sign of life we got from the offense all day. Final score is 38-3, and apparently whenever I cut Derek Carr, this is where he ended up. So he is starting over Anthony Richardson and apparently leading a decent offense. Well, this is interesting. Apparently Jake Haener got knocked out of today's game. We will see exactly how long he is out or how severe the injury is here in just a second. But he finished 14 for 29, 146, no touchdowns, and a pick. Colt McCoy came in 5 of 12 for 60 yards. Running the ball, KENDRE Miller only got 42 yards on 11 carries. Receiving, Braden Willis 5 for 52, JAYLON Moore 4 for 44. How did the defense do? Leading the team in tackles will be Raleigh Texada and Javaris Davis. And did we get any sacks? No, we did not. And also no interceptions. So the defense continues to be really, really bad. Derek Carr goes 16 for 21, 244 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the ground. Jonathan Taylor ran for 92 yards on 21 carries, but Zach Moss ran for 90 yards on 8 carries and got 2 touchdowns. One of those was a 62-yard run, though. And then receiving, Josh Downs 6 for 156 and 3 touchdowns. The rookie absolutely torched us. Ronnie Perkins has an upgrade following that game, and he gets +1 to acceleration, 2 to awareness, and 1 to power move. And we also have 2 new injuries, so let's see how long these guys are out. Obviously, one of them may be Jake Haener. So let's see. HAENER has a dislocated elbow and will miss the next 7 weeks of the season. We have also lost our starting center for the next 7 weeks of the season with a quad tear. I think the best course of action this season is going to be using Colt McCoy instead of Carson Strong. And the main factor is the fact that I'm simulating obviously everything, and Colt McCoy has a much higher awareness rating than Carson Strong. I don't want Carson Strong just standing back there and taking a sack every play or whatever the hell awareness actually affects. I guess let me take on this week's weekly strategy and do the mini games, and then we'll come back and jump into the game against the Bears. We did not get any dev trade upgrades, but we did get an upgrade point for KENDRE Miller, +1 to agility, awareness, break tackle, and spin move. Wide receiver A.T. Perry also got an upgrade, +1 to catch in traffic, 2 to catching, 1 to medium route, 2 to release, and 1 to short route. Hopefully here in week 9 against the Bears, we actually get to watch a little more of the game, but let's go ahead and jump in. We are close enough to the 30-yard line here. From the 34, we face a 2nd and 6 at the start of the second quarter. Colt McCoy in shotgun, handoff to KENDRE Miller, and that is going nowhere. Now a 3rd and 6. McCoy back in shotgun. Miller is still the running back. McCoy will look to pass. Dropping back and now throwing to the outside. That one will be caught for the first down. I believe that was Braden Willis. Yes, it was. McCoy lines up under center now from the 27-yard line. KENDRE Miller is in the game. It's a handoff to Miller to the outside. He'll break a couple tackles and get brought down inside the 20. McCoy lines back up under center on the next play from the 19-yard line. And it's going to be another handoff to Miller. Never mind, it's a play action. Now McCoy rolling out and throwing across his body, and that will fall incomplete. That leads to a 3rd and 1. McCoy lines up under center. KENDRE Miller is the running back. It's a handoff to Miller, and he's going to get swarmed in the backfield. 4th and 3. That will send out Christopher Dunn for about a 37-yard try. The kick is away, and it is good to make it 10-3. Let's actually watch the end of the half here. From the 35-yard line, it's 3rd and 6 with 33 seconds to play here in the second quarter. McCoy will drop back to pass, and he's going to throw this one down the sideline to absolutely nobody. I didn't watch it because I did not think we would try that long of a field goal because our kicker's not exactly great, but Christopher Dunn would drill a 52-yard field goal to make it 17-6 right before halftime. Jumping to late in the fourth quarter, we may get some garbage time points here. We're down 27-6. It's 3rd and 8 with 3 minutes to play. McCoy out of shotgun will throw to the outside, and that will drop out of the hands of Tylan Wallace. However, we will go for it here on 4th and 8. Colt McCoy back in shotgun. POOKA Williams is the running back. He'll take the snap and looks to pass. He's going to lob it down the sideline. That one will be caught, and that is down at the 3-yard line. It is JAYLON Moore giving us a 1st and goal here. McCoy out of shotgun will drop back to pass, and he's going to throw this one to the end zone, and that is caught. Touchdown from Tylan Wallace. We finally find the end zone today. However, they are going to review this, so let's see if he was actually down. Wallace makes the catch. From that angle, I can't really see his feet. Let's see if it shows it here. There's the catch. There's 1 foot literally inside the ground and 1 foot on the ground. So that should be good enough, right? It is. Touchdown Oklahoma City. We will attempt an onside kick here. So let's see if we can manage to get it. The kick bounces, and that is a deep onside kick. And we will actually recover this one. So the offense gets to come back on the field here at the 48-yard line. McCoy back in shotgun will take the snap and drop back to pass. Needing to go deep downfield. He will go deep downfield here on the first play, and that is incomplete. Was trying to go to Tylan Wallace. That would have been an incredible series of events. Now 2nd and 10. From the 48-yard line, Colt McCoy is all alone in the backfield. He'll find a man wide open over the middle. That's JAYLON Moore to the 28. McCoy back in shotgun for the very next play. He'll drop back to pass. Braden Willis was in at running back, but he's going to get sacked. Willis could not hold off the runner. I'm sorry, the rusher. Now 2nd and 19. I can't talk right now. McCoy will take the snap, a quick throw caught by Willis, and he'll get brought down near the 30. That leads to a 3rd and 12. McCoy back in shotgun will drop back to pass, and he's going to go down the sideline. That one will be incomplete. That sets up a 4th and 12. He comes out with a 5-wide set. McCoy will drop back and look to pass. He's under heavy pressure, and he's going to get sacked on the play, and that should pretty much do it. The final score goes down as 27-13. Obviously, we did not have much of a chance there, but it was a fun thing to imagine for a second that we could have made that comeback. Colt McCoy honestly did not play near as bad as I thought he would. He finishes today 17 for 30, 206 yards, 1 touchdown, and no interceptions. KENDRE Miller, 46 yards on 14 carries. Receiving, POOKA Williams, 4 for 38. JAYLON Moore, 4 for 90, and then Tylan Wallace caught our lone touchdown today. The most tackles is going to be a tie between Ben DeLuca and Isaiah Brown. The most sacks is 0 because we got none, and we also got no interceptions, so the defense continuing that streak. Justin Fields finishes 10 for 17, 128 yards and a touchdown. And in case you were curious, this is where Alvin Kamara ended up. 24 carries, 127 yards. Johnson ran in for a touchdown, and Kari Blasingame, oh my god, I know that player, but I don't know how to pronounce his name. Receiving, Darnell Mooney, 3 for 54, and their only one to catch a touchdown was Alvin Kamara. Moving on to week 10, and after the weekly training, there's really nothing else to do in this week except for jump into the game against Minnesota, and maybe, just maybe, we can stay competitive. It took us until 2 minutes left here in the first half, but we are finally inside the 30-yard line. It's 1st and 10. McCoy out of shotgun will hand off to POOKA Williams up the middle, and he will power his way all the way down to the 17. Colt McCoy now lines up under center on the next play. He'll drop back to pass this time. Looking to go downfield. He'll throw downfield, and that one should have been intercepted. McCoy comes back in shotgun on 3rd and 1 from the 17-yard line. He'll take the snap and look to pass. A quick throw to the outside will be caught by Braden Willis for the first down. Under a minute to go here in the first half now. From the 13-yard line, MCCOY is back in shotgun. He'll take the snap and look to pass. It's going to be a screen to the outside, caught by POOKA Williams, and he will be met and brought down at about the 7. Oklahoma City would burn their first time out with 45 seconds to play in the half. MCCOY back in shotgun. KENDRE Miller is the running back. He'll drop back. A quick throw over the middle is caught for the first down by A.T. Perry, but he is injured on the play. That's not exactly great for us considering D.D. Westbrook is already out. Now from the 2-yard line is first and goal. A handoff to KENDRE Miller, and he breaks that tackle and will fight his way into the end zone. Touchdown Bison. We jump to now in the fourth quarter, down by 17. It's 24-7 at the 29-yard line. MCCOY from under center. A quick throw caught by Willis, who will turn upfield and get brought down to the 22. A 2nd and 3 for Colt MCCOY now. He's all alone in the backfield out of a 5-wide set. He'll take the snap and look to pass. A quick throw downfield is going to fall incomplete. They come out in shotgun with 2 running backs in the backfield now, looking to convert on this play. MCCOY will take the snap and look to pass. Dropping farther back, now under pressure, rolling out to the outside and finally just throws it away. I don't know why the AI is still so bad there. I'm pretty sure Colt MCCOY could have tucked that and ran for the first down, but we'll kick the field goal here to make it 24-10. We finally get a little bit of momentum, and then Minnesota breaks a 75-yard touchdown run from Kareem Hunt to make it 31-10. However, we might be able to respond to that touchdown. First and goal from the 8-yard line, back in a 5-wide set. Colt MCCOY will take the snap. A quick throw to the outside is caught down to the 3. Obviously, this would just be garbage time points, but I'll take points when we can get them. 2nd and goal. From under center, he sends a man in motion. Fakes the handoff, now gives it to KENDRE Miller, and that is no gain on the play. He has 8 carries for 11 yards today. MCCOY back in shotgun for the 3rd and goal. Still at the 3-yard line. He is all alone in the backfield. Will take the snap. A quick throw downfield. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown Oklahoma City. And I believe that's going to be POOKA Williams getting the catch. And that would set up your final score today of 31-17. So we lose another game in this episode. And it's not really looking like we are going to be able to steal another victory all season. Colt MCCOY finishes today 22 for 39, 259 yards and a single touchdown. Running the ball, KENDRE Miller 11 yards on 8 carries for a touchdown at least. Jalen Moore had a pretty good day, 6 for 94. POOKA Williams 6 for 42 and a touchdown. Tylan Wallace 5 for 69. Over on defense, it looks like DeMarco Jackson led the team in tackles with 9. We once again got no sacks and once again got no interceptions. So how did Kirk Cousins play? He goes 24 for 34, 255 yards and a touchdown. Running the ball, Kareem Hunt, 17 carries, 154 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ty Chandler also ran in a touchdown. Receiving, Justin Jefferson, 10 for 102. Chris Olave, who apparently signed with the Vikings in this universe after we cut him as the Saints, gets 6 for 69. And then TJ Hawkinson caught a touchdown. Following that game, POOKA Williams does get an upgrade point. He gets +1 to agility, 2 to awareness, and 1 to change of direction. We will have D.D. Westbrook back after the bye week, but A.T. Perry has a broken thumb now and will miss the next 5 weeks. So just so you're keeping track, we have so far had a complete and totally healthy receiving core for 1 game, and that was the game against Tampa Bay, which we managed to win. In week 11, we finally have our bye week, but the big thing this week is going to be the scouting for focus players. But the first thing I'm going to do is go through the weekly strategy and do those mini games. Oh, and this is a pretty fun thing this year. If you have an injury to a player that was part of your focus players, you just lose that spot. So A.T. Perry should be my 3rd player here, but because he has a broken finger or whatever it was, he is no longer here and I can't add anyone new. Braden Willis gets an upgrade after weekly training with +2 awareness, 1 to catch in traffic, impact blocking, lead block, medium route, pass block power, release, stiff arm, and strength. It's still ridiculous to me how many points that tight ends get when you upgrade them. I know we haven't been watching much defense in the last couple episodes, mainly because I want to get through this season, and obviously we're not very good, but seeing guys like Perron Winfrey still earn upgrade points is always nice, +2 to awareness and 2 to power move. But now we finally get to do the main part of week 11, which is the focus players that we are going to be scouting. Obviously you get 3 of them, so let's go over that. Before we go over the 3 players that I'm going to focus on though, I want to go over quarterback Nick Samuel. We obviously know a bit more about him now, up to a 95%. It does say he plays well within and outside of the pocket, which means he will scramble a little bit. He does well to avoid sacks by throwing the ball away and gets rid of the ball at the first sign of pressure. That does concern me a little bit, I'm not gonna lie, that he's gonna throw the ball away really quick or dump it off or whatever. But we do know a lot more about him now. A, awareness, B, break sack, B, injury, B, deep accuracy, A, medium, A, short, B, throw under pressure, and C, throw on the run. And now that I'm looking at the list again, Steven Stern was the number 2 quarterback in this class, but he has now fallen down to number 3 as Carson Hitchens is now a projected top 5 pick. Let's see what it says about him. Gets happy feet and feels non-existent pressure. That's not great. He does throw the ball away and plays well within and outside of the pocket, but he seems to throw the ball away really quick. He's also the quarterback that's 23. Not really what you want if you can land a 21-year-old quarterback. But let's see what he has. B, awareness, A, break sack, B, deep accuracy, B, medium, A, short, A, throw under pressure, and B, throw on the run. I think he's going to be another quarterback that's actually pretty solid, but I think the other guy's better. And then finally we have quarterback Steven Stern, who is apparently dropping down draft boards pretty rapidly with C, deep accuracy, A, medium, and A, short accuracy. He could use some improvement at recognizing pressure, so he's just going to stand back there and get absolutely leveled. He does have A, awareness, which is a good start for that, A, medium accuracy, A, short accuracy, B, play action, B, throw on the run. Another quarterback that's probably going to be a decent rating, but once again, I think Nick Samuel is the better player. So as of right now, the top of my draft board is quarterback Nick Samuel. We'll see if that changes at all throughout the rest of the season. As you guys know, we don't have a ton of draft capital this year. We have a first round pick, a second round pick, but then we don't have a third or fourth round pick. I'm still going to add these two guys to our list because I want to know how good they actually are, and I may end up trading back in the second round or possibly taking one of these guys in the second round, depending on how good they actually are. So these are going to be the first two that we add. If there was a year to draft a corner, it would be this one. 3 of these guys are projected in the first round. I don't really like Sidney Wilkinson, but Jeff Bennett here has B catching, A man coverage, A press, and B zone. We're going to go ahead and scout him too, just in case I want to trade back into the first round to actually maybe select him, but those are going to be the 3 guys that we actually do this for. I feel like this is a good spot to wrap up this episode, and the next one we will pick up in week 12 against the 6-4 Atlanta Falcons. Hell, we may even finish out the regular season. I'm not 100% sure yet.